I think we can all agree while Caleb Williams' rookie season wasn't ideal, it was still pretty decent, right? But apparently NFL.com doesn't think so. I got to share the rankings with you guys. So what is going on, y'all? Fox Sports all back at it with another video talking some NFL. Here to talk about the Chicago Bears and here to talk about Caleb Williams being ranked, get this, all right, 28th out of 59 quarterbacks for his performance this past season. This is literally coming from NFL.com. All right, I had been meaning to talk to you guys about this article for quite some time now. Didn't get a chance to get around to it, but I'm getting around to it right now. All right, so this is coming from Nick Shook, who was the writer of this article, okay? And he basically ranked every quarterback in the NFL, starting in backup, I guess, for all 32 teams. And he went ahead and ranked them based off their performance this past season. So I think it was actually, 59 quarterbacks here. So performance from last season. All right. So let's go through the list here. So he had Lamar Jackson, number 1, Josh Allen, 2, Joe Burrow, 3, Jared Goff, 4, Jaden Daniels, 5. So far, pretty solid. Again, based off of their performance this past season, not who you would take in a vacuum, right? So for the most part, that top 5 is pretty solid. Maybe Goff is a little higher than I would have thought. But okay, 6, Baker Mayfield, 7, Patrick Mahomes. Now look, I actually agree with this because Patrick Mahomes did not have a good season last year. This is not about, hey, Baker Mayfield is better than Patrick Mahomes. No, but Baker Mayfield had a better season than Patrick Mahomes. I'll give him that. Baker had a monster year. Had like 40 touchdowns. Okay, 8, Stafford, 9, Hurts, 10, Jordan Love. A little high for Jordan Love for my taste, but okay. 11, Justin Herbert, 12, Geno Smith, 13, Sam Darnold. I think Sam Darnold should be above Geno Smith. Yeah, I don't know why that is the case. 14, Brock Purdy. 15, CJ Stroud. 16, Bryce Young. All right, I'm going to get to this. Let's just finish out the list. 17, Kyler Murray. 18, Tua Tagovailoa. 19, Dak Prescott. 20, Bo Nix. 21, Drake May, whose hype train has gotten way too far off the rails, which I'll get to as well. 22, Aaron Rodgers. 23, Russell Wilson. 24, Derek Carr. 25, Kirk Cousins. 26, Trevor Lawrence. 27, Justin Fields. And then 28, Caleb Williams. Oh my goodness. What in the world is this list? Now, there are some parts I agree with, okay? Patrick Mahomes should be lower because he had a bad season last year statistically. But holy cow, this is an awful, awful list overall. Caleb Williams at 28. Like I told you guys, his rookie season wasn't ideal. We got coaches fired, but statistically, it was still pretty solid. And right off the bat, without even analyzing every single, ranking on the list, I tell you, Caleb at worst should be around 15 to 20. At worst, he should be nowhere close to 28. Folks, you have Justin Fields, the guy Caleb replaced above him, who's not even a starting quarterback. That is absolutely ludicrous. Trevor Lawrence above him, who got hurt and was not having a great season. Kirk Cousins, who got benched, all right? Derek Carr, who was also awful outside of like the first 2 games. Russell Wilson, who was decent but pretty pedestrian. Aaron Rodgers, who on paper he had a good season, but it was a train wreck for the first half of the year. Drake May, who I don't understand at all why people are so high on when he had like the most mid-season for a rookie. Like it was nothing to sneeze at all. Nothing great at all. All right? Nothing to write home about with Drake May. And then you got Bo Nix. Okay, fine. He had a decent season. Way better than Drake May. I'm sorry. I'm not a Drake May hater, but his fans are going nuts with Drake May. So you got that. And then you got Bryce Young at 16. Bryce Young ended up playing better at the end of the season. But to say that he should be 16th ranked above all these guys like Tua and Dak and whatnot, no shot. So yeah, man, the Caleb Williams hate train has gone way too far off the rails. This was, I believe, a big problem with the narrative this past season, which is, yeah, I get it. Matt Eberflus gets fired. Shane Waldron gets fired. Caleb Williams did not have a great rookie season. But the man still put up 20 touchdowns. The man still had single-digit interceptions. He still put up 3,500 plus passing yards. Like, he was still a solid starting quarterback, and he has still got a guy with a lot of ceiling and upside. He just didn't have a great offensive line, so the protection wasn't great. Ended up being the most sacked quarterback in football. And that's why I'm so excited for Ben Johnson to unlock Caleb fully. Because if Caleb did that in unideal conditions with that offensive line, with that porous coaching, imagine what he can do with Ben Johnson and even a halfway decent line, which I expect Ryan Poles to address this offseason. So this is crazy. All right. Absolutely crazy. I'm taking Caleb 1,000 times out of 1,000, not even 100, 1,000 times out of 1,000 over Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Drake May. Bo Nix was decent. I'm still taking Caleb, but you can make the argument because he had a solid rookie season. I'll give you that. And I'm taking him over Bryce Young. So here we go, like that Tua Dak range. Okay, now we're talking about, hey, comparable, if you will. You can put Caleb in that range. Nobody's saying Caleb was a top 5 quarterback or even a top 10 quarterback. But this is just absolutely, this is insulting. This is just insulting. So I'm sorry. I got to call this out. Nick Shook, you got to be better than this, man. 28th overall for Caleb Williams is crazy. I cannot wait for the narrative to turn around this season, man, because my goodness, people were treating Caleb Williams' rookie season like it was the worst season ever. But Drake May, who puts up like 15 and 10 touchdowns to interceptions, is like heralded as the next Tom Brady. Makes absolutely no sense. So sorry, completely disagree with Caleb Williams ranking on this list. Let me know what you guys think about this, man. Am I crazy for this? I don't think so. Leave a comment down below as always. Thanks for watching.